Uh, Hello, this is Zapper101, and this is the Q&A answers result to that 1 year anniversary video I posted last Tuesday. I would have done this sooner, but I decided to wait it out a bit and thought maybe more questions were up. But apparently it died out after day 2 and I was away this weekend, so here it is now. I was hoping for a little bit more questions, but at least I got a lot of congrats and support, so I thank all of you for that. Yeah, first question's from Onks Leo, and he wonders, why am I so awesome? And to be frank, I feel like I'm not awesome. I'm a modest man who's a bit of a loser in real life, so I just try to take out on all the glory online and just do what I do best. Show off my opinions. Since I'm not exactly the kind of guy who's able to, create stuff from scratch thus far. You know, I feel like I at least have like broadened taste, so I like to share with that for a while. But thank you for your praise. Let's see what else. Second question's from Carlings Brown. What do I do for a living and stuff? So honestly, I only have part-time work in an office, office work in the medical firm. Basically, just data entry, sorting out paperwork, etc. It's unstable at the moment because it's a small place and people are getting fired left and right, and I was not experienced enough for full time. And it doesn't pay that much, but it's something, and it adds to the resume, and I got references and all that, etc. And my mouse was pointing down. Question 3 from Richard Moriarty, a close friend of mine. He wants me to explain about that game. Basically, for 2 weeks or so, I've been messing around with an RPG Maker game using RPG Maker VX. I was feeling a little bored and just decided to do something a little productive. So I was just screwing around with RPG Maker concept, showing the rough draft and stuff. It's like, yeah, I was enjoying myself making it, so decided to just. I'm just rambling on right now. Okay, basically, I would just decide to screw around, make a story where you play as a villain who got exiled off into outer space, and you just go pick a fight with all the other beings on the planet. You are not a nice guy. In fact, you are a psychopath who shows no remorse for his actions, and he's not the kind of guy who simply has a change of heart or suddenly becomes a good guy and all that and all the other RPG cliches. No, you screw over the world, you screw over the heroes who tries to stop you and kill them off in cold blood. The end. Hey, if anyone's interested, I'll actually share that whenever I feel like it's complete enough, even though I have a long way to go, especially one manning it. Next is a FF4 after use related questions from Lingzing32. What does Lustful Ollie Hall do, and what's in the Queen's pub? To be honest, I didn't mess with either of them, and in fact, I forgot where both of them are. Sorry. Question 5. Favorite game and composer? Favorite game is easily Final Fantasy IV, being my very first RPG and all, and so that's why I do the playthrough of After Years in tribute on the sequel of my favorite RPG of all time. Favorite composer is a much more difficult question. I used to be a fan of Uematsu and Sakuraba, even though Uematsu's work is still good, but it just feels like it hasn't been that same spark since his older games. And Sakuraba, it's just gotten same old, and I've mostly been liking Star Ocean and Baten Kaito soundtracks, and of course Valkyrie Profile. Not really much else stood out, especially in his more orchestrated pieces like Eternal Sonata and some bits of Star Ocean 4. These days, I just seem to enjoy a lot of stuff from this Falcon Sun team, obviously all the East music and all that, and Shoji Meguro, who does all the Shin Megami Tensei stuff. It's kind of subjective, and my taste kind of changed depending on how I've been feeling like. Let's see. Question Question number 6 from Zinger Ale. Favorite OST ever? Obviously, Final Fantasy IV's music. Like I said, it's the first RPG I got into and the first game music I got into as well. And I also just have a strong fondness for the Ultimate Valgana soundtrack and listen to it a fair lot, along with several other East soundtracks, but Valgana is the one I listen to the most. And personally, I have a strong fondness for Persona 4 soundtrack, even though some like to say 3's is better. Just the musical style clicked with me a lot more. And question 7 from Dean Dip. Any games I look forward to? To be honest, a lot of games in general, especially RPGs, I just feel jaded about. Just nothing has that spark or excitement. Even though the most interesting stuff is like, far ahead, far away, like Final Fantasy 13 and whatnot. Anything that's recent, I'm actually looking forward to Muramasa, since I really liked Odin Sphere and to some extent Grim Grimoire. Both of them are Vanillaware games. And I was actually thinking of doing a video playthrough of it. I heard it's pretty short, so it's kind of easy to just do a bunch of videos, and I've seen the Japanese playthroughs, so I kind of got the idea of where to cut off and all that, where I could just mostly show new levels, then just bosses and story segments, something simple. Heard it's about 10 to 20 hours, which works out well for me. Yeah, the Art Analytica 2 and Skies of Arcadia turned out to be too long and just feels like the interests were waning, so that's why I just decided to, just give it a break for now, but I like to, still like to do work on the project. Final Fantasy 4 videos will still be recorded, obviously, since the final chapter isn't out yet, but I just like to do something on the side, just to spice things up for a variety of reasons. I am a no-lifer after all, with just only a partial part-time work. And then I really hang out with friends or, just go out and stuff. I live by the computer and die by the computer, that kind of thing. And that's about it for questions. Sorry about some of the rambling. I'm honestly not used to my own voice or talking to myself. Since I don't do exactly LPs, I do just video walkthroughs. So forgive me if the voice is awkward, all that, etc., etc., etc. And hope for you guys to stick around my channel even further. Thanks and see ya. P.S. Do you like the Persona 4 fan art I find? First the background from the YouTube channel, now this video. I thought so. Bye.